Over the last few years, the meaning of work has completely changed. Many have lost their jobs, a lot of us are working more from home, and the flexibility overall has increased for the majority of us. Others have walked away from careers they no longer connect to, and others have also been made redundant. And for many reasons, this has become the moment to finally begin something of your own. This can be a new business, a new creative idea, a side hustle, or a new chapter altogether. As an architect with over 15 years of experience, one of the things that I've learned is this: the spaces that we live in ultimately change the way we feel, the way we think, and how we move around a space. And sometimes all it really takes is one corner in your home that can truly transform your future. And I know this personally because in the past, I've also been made redundant. And this is why I really relate with people who are starting a new chapter, because you just never know what will happen in the future. And creating a home office or a space where you can have an area that can truly allow you to be more productive is ideal and needs to be made in a way that truly reflects who you are. The first thing I always tell people when creating their home office is to think about light and air. Natural daylight is one of the most fundamental things that you need to consider because it will help with your concentration levels. It would allow you to be more focused on the work that you're doing and overall create a comfortable space for you to work in. Your energy levels will change throughout the day. And what you need to consider is to position your desk nearby a window. It doesn't necessarily need to be exactly by the window, but it needs to make you feel as though there is some daylight coming in and some ventilation as well, where you can open and close the window when you need to. The ventilation is equally important. A space can really make you feel uncomfortable and can begin to feel stuffy and mentally drain you as the day goes on. Open windows when you can, allow airflow to come in and make the space feel more alive. Architecture is not just about the aesthetics, it's about how the space makes your body and mind perform all together. When it comes to furniture, flexibility also matters. For example, a flexible desk that goes up and down allows you to have the flexibility to either sit down or to stand up when you feel like you need to. Remember, we weren't made to sit down for 8 to 9 hours in a row, but we were made to move and make the most of our physicality. Even incorporating a walking pad when you're standing up at your desk can allow you to be more active and also remain healthy. Movement creates energy and energy creates ideas. We're all working to have more ideas and to be more creative in the fields that we're in. And speaking of creativity, the second thing I would like to touch on is that we need to create a space that allows us to be more creative. And whether you're a freelancer, an entrepreneur, or a business owner, the environment that we live in and the way that we work really takes a hold on how we become more creative and more productive. You want to create a workspace that feels intentional. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it needs to be personal and it needs to make you feel like it's a space that you've especially created for you. Add elements in the space that truly reflect who you are. So this could be books that you like, it could be pictures, it could be sculptures, anything that makes you feel like you truly are at home, because at the end of the day, you are, but you're just creating a different environment that allows you to connect with your ideas a bit more. I personally believe that adding one plant is truly important. Even just one can psychologically change our environment and our thinking. Even if you add a tall floor plant, plants on shelves, and even natural textures or timber finishes, all of those elements will make you feel closer to nature. These details will create some form of calmness, and calmness is where clarity really happens. As architects, we often talk about creating spaces for well-being, but I also believe that we need to create spaces for ambition. And this is why it is so important to make sure that your home office truly allows you to be productive. It should remind you daily that your ideas deserve a space to grow and that you are creating something of your own that people will truly also connect to because you've allowed yourself to be more connected to that special thing that you are creating for the world to see. The third element that I absolutely love to touch on is lighting and comfort. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is focusing on one single ceiling light. But really and truly, good design is layered. And I've spoken about this in one of my other videos that I will also include here or here for you guys to watch to understand the importance of layering light. You want to have ambient light for the room, task lighting for focused work, and also soft lighting to create a nice and smooth atmosphere and create a better mood for you to work in and be productive in. A desk light positioned correctly can help with eye strain, especially if you're working long hours and you're working from day to night. If, for example, you work late evenings, then a warm light would really allow you to calm down and to focus on the work that you're doing. And another thing as well, your chair matters, your posture matters, and also the colors around you matter because they will allow you to either feel comfortable or uncomfortable for that period of time that you're taking to focus on your work. Always feel comfortable enough to focus and inspired enough to create, because remember, you've just created a space in this corner, and this corner is now a beautiful, comfortable space that you have created to become your own and to be more productive and creative. It is a space that has now become your studio, your headquarters, and your place of ideas. If you're currently in a season of change, you've lost your job and you're starting over, I want you to remember this. Some of the most successful businesses started from home, not from perfect circumstances, not from huge offices, but from people who decided that they just wanted to begin. And sometimes creating the right workspace is what you need in order to start that first step. As an architect, I truly believe that design has the power to change our mindset, our behavior, and our opportunities. So don't underestimate the power of a small corner that you have just turned into a home office that is now your own and has your own signature on it. Because I truly believe that this space that you have now created is where your future begins. And I want to leave you with this. Design your space carefully because eventually your space will design you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also leave your comments below so that I know what you're working with or what stage of your life you're in. Are you designing a home office? Are you redesigning your home office? What is it exactly that you want to achieve, and do you need help doing it? I answer to all the questions that I receive, and I would love to hear from you.